Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Seahawk Central News, the top source for UNCW's campus news, entertainment, and sports. I'm Janae Randall.
And I'm Jill Capodanno, filling in this week for Sarah Lively. Remember, even in this new semester, be sure to stay tuned to Seahawk Central News, which is available 24/7 online at tltv.org.
This week, we would like to welcome back our fellow Seahawks with a news segment that will give us an outlook on the upcoming weekend.
We will also catch you up on sports with Ben Tyson and the latest movie reviews with Chris Vickery.
Seahawk Central News starts right now. Students in UNC Wilmington's Science and Mathematics Education Center will soon notice a drastic increase in their technology. The Science and Mathematics Education Center, or SMEC, recently won a $10,000 grant from software and technology company Vernier. With money from the grant, the SMEC purchased a variety of items that will enhance educational quality for both students and teachers. UNCW science and education students, as well as K-12 science teachers throughout the Wilmington area, will also benefit from the newly acquired technology.
Let's go outside and chat with fellow students on Chancellor's Walk. Here's Rachel Nagel with Talk on the Walk.
Welcome back to a new year and another semester here at UNCW. Unfortunately, due to the winter weather, we couldn't film on Chancellor's Walk today, so I'm here in Fisher to ask my fellow students what their new semester resolutions are. Let's hear what they're vowing to do.
My new semester resolution is to spend more time with family.
So my new semester resolution is being more positive, and I'm going to do that by smiling more.
To wake up earlier, eat breakfast more, and to get more involved in campus.
My new semester resolution is to meet new people, and I plan on doing that by getting more involved in clubs and stuff like that.
My new semester resolution is to get into the film school, and I plan on attaining it by going to all my film classes and getting straight A's in them.
My new semester resolution is to get into the School of Business, and I plan by doing that by getting at least a B in every class.
To eat healthier and exercise more. Me and my girlfriend are going to be going to the gym once a week, every week.
My new semester resolution is to ride this thing, hopefully ride a surfboard, try and make myself, a great guy by, getting out, meeting new people. That's what I plan to do.
To actually do all my homework and attend all my classes and get A's.
While some of us are hoping to get straight A's or into a specific program, others are just hoping to wake up on time and make it to their 8 a.m. classes. Whatever your resolutions are, I wish you luck not only this semester, but throughout the new year. I'm Rachel Nagel for Seahawk Central News, Teal TV.
On Christmas evening, a person broke into Trask Coliseum in the Warwick Center. Teal TV spoke with Detective Paget, who is working on the case. Around 10:30 p.m. on Christmas night, an officer was routinely checking Trask when he found broken glass inside. Other officers reported to the scene, where they found the suspect had broken into the ticket office. They pried the safe open and stole around $900. Officers then began checking other buildings, and they found the Warwick Center had been broken into as well. The police department thinks that once the suspects got into Warwick, they observed an alarm on the inside of the student accounts office suite and left the building. Once officers entered, the suite alarm did sound. The UNCW Police Department is working closely with County Police Department, looking at another break-in off campus with similar entry methods to see if the two are tied together. If anyone has more information about the on-campus break-ins, they are asked to contact the UNCW Police Department at 910-962-2222. You can also send an anonymous email to the police department through their website at uncw.edu/police or text a tip through New Hanover County Police.
Oh, that is such a tragic event over the holidays.
I know, I can't believe someone broke into Trask on Christmas.
Now let's head over to the sports desk and check up with Ben Tyson and see what we missed in Seahawk sports. Ben?
Thanks, Janae, and hello, everybody. Let's get things started. Closing out the year with the Georgia Invitational in December, the men's and women's swimming and diving teams had notable performances in which personal best records were set across the board. This motive of excellence was carried on to the new year as the Aquahawks dived back into action on January 6th with a sweep of North Florida and College of Charleston. Continuing the sweep streak, UNCW dominated against the Savannah College of Art and Design. The Lady Hawks won the meet with a score of 135 to 119, while the men captured the win with 138 to 109. The action continues on January 14th when our swimming and diving teams host the College of Charleston here at the Seahawk Auditorium. When we last left the Seahawk men's basketball team, they were in the middle of what turned out to be a 5-game losing streak against Toledo, 63-65. The team followed that up with road wins against Liberty University and Illinois State during the first week of December. The Seahawks then lost to Virginia Commonwealth University on December 17th, 64-87. The team rebounded quickly, beating Campbell at home by 2 points, 65-67. They then went to Winston-Salem for the annual contest against Wake Forest, but lost to the ACC foe 87-78. Coach Buzz Peterson and his players went 9 days without a game until they faced off against Furman at Trask Coliseum on the eve of New Year's Eve. Let's see those highlights.
Starting things off with an Adam Smith elbow jumper from the corner. That's good, and it would just be a sign of things to come. Colin Reddick, however, for Furman on the other end would answer with his own two-pointer. We go down to the other end of the court. Tanner Milson receives the pass from Smith. Gets a pick from Matt Wilson. Good team play by the Seahawks, and Tanner does the Euro step move on a couple of Furman defenders and lays it in off the backboard for his first bucket of the day. Here, Adam Smith would follow that up with a crazy three-pointer, well contested. Here, Cedric Williams gets into the action, making about a 15-foot jumper, forcing Furman to call a timeout to quell the momentum. However, it would not be quelled. Tanner Milson gets the steal, finds Trevor DeLoach, shakes one man, and puts it up right shy of the lane for 2 points. Trevor had a big day with his family in attendance. Here, Tanner Milson has the ball, gets a pick from Cedric Williams, and just lights it up from three-point from way downtown. Here's Cedric Williams. He hits the ball, finds Smith. Again, it was a three-point shooting contest between the Seahawks, Milson, and Smith. Battling for that top point guard spot. Sammy the Seahawk would get into the action, and we would move on to the second half, where Adam Smith continued his reign here, getting the steal, finding KK Simmons on the other end, who finds Smith again. He would get fouled hard on that play, but he would remain resilient. Smith on the next possession getting the ball versus his defender. Jukes a man, drives in the lane, and off the glass, the running bank shot. You can't teach that. That just comes naturally. Smith here finds a great pass to KK Simmons, who drains the open three, and that would not be his last shot of the day either. As Smith gets the ball here, finds Smith at the top of the key for the long three, and the fans go wild. Here, Tanner Milson has the ball, dribbles it inside, and hits the stop and pop jumper. Seahawks were on all day. See, even Buzz likes it, giving him the thumbs up there. Then Tanner finds Adam Smith, jukes his defender, and puts up a very nice three, reminiscent of Lou Williams, Drew Holiday, the Philadelphia 76ers out here. Here, Trevor DeLoach, finds Matt Wilson for a big dunk. Then Adam Smith turns it to Mach 5 after receiving the pass from KK Simmons and takes the stop and pop over the taller defender. There was a lot of that going on all day. Here we have KK Simmons with 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Final score 72-61 UNCW.
The team's hot streak continued on January 2nd against the Delaware Blue Hens. The Seahawks won 80-75, then traveled to Boston, Mass, and beat Northeastern by a score of 70-62. The Seahawks came home to play Hofstra on Saturday, January the 7th, and won again 86-80 for an impressive 4th straight win and 3rd straight conference win. The Seahawks record now stands at 9 wins and 7 losses, 3-1 in conference play. Adam Smith leads all scorers with 16.9 points per game. He's also shooting 42.4% from the three-point line. Playing a key role in the Seahawks victories was Keith Rindelman. He was awarded CAA Men's Basketball Player of the Week this past week. The junior forward has shot 57% from the floor so far this season, averaging 15.1 points per game, placing him 7th in the conference in scoring. Rindleman is also ranked 21st nationally in rebounding, averaging 10.3 boards per game, making him both an offensive and defensive threat. This is the second CAA Player of the Week award he has earned this season. The women's basketball team traveled to Coach K Court in Durham to face off against the Duke Blue Devils, ranked 9th in the nation at the time, on December 20th. The Seahawks fell 107-45, preventing the Lady Hawks from reaching the stratosphere of NCAA women's basketball. Coach Cooper Dyke and company returned home to beat the Xavier Musketeers 59-52. They followed that up with a 90-63 drubbing in Greensboro versus North Carolina A&T. Conference play began 3 days later on January 5th at home, and the first CAA game of the year was a victory for the Seahawks 60-53. The Seahawks then traveled to Richmond, Virginia for a business trip against VCU. Unfortunately, the Rams topped the Seahawks 65-53. The Lady Seahawks are now standing 8-6 on the season, 1-1 in conference play. The next home game is Sunday, January 15th versus George Mason. Sophomore Alicia Andrews leads the team in scoring with 13.8 points per game. Tawana Lee and Carnicia Garrett are also averaging double figures in scoring. Garrett leads the team in rebounds, averaging 7.4 per game. And in a bit of national sports news, Tim Tebow and the Denver Broncos won on the first play of overtime at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers this past Sunday. Demarius Thomas caught a slant pass in the middle of the field and ran 80 yards for the touchdown, stiff-arming two Steelers defenders on the way. Tebow, a devout and outspoken Christian, threw for 316 yards and averaged 31.6 yards per pass against the defending AFC champion defense. The game was the highest-rated non-Super Bowl NFL game since 1988, and an estimated 45 million Americans saw the overtime thriller. The Broncos head up to Foxborough, Massachusetts to play the New England Patriots on Sunday. Well, that's all for now. Keep on keeping on.
Visitors of downtown Wilmington may have noticed difficulty in catching a ride back home. According to cab drivers, the issue is a result of the number of permits from the city. Many drivers feel that if more permits cannot be issued, an exemption on busy downtown nights would help solve the shortage. On Tuesday, the majority of Wilmington City Council agreed that the shortage should be further investigated.
The UNCW Board of Trustees has approved a tuition increase for the 2012-2013 school year. The proposal includes a 10.7% increase for in-state students and 4.7% for out-of-state. The Board of Trustees determined the fee is necessary to maintain a high-quality academic experience for students. State financial support for the school has decreased in the past couple of years, prompting the increased tuition response. Last year, UNCW received $16.5 million less from the state. This cut nearly 79 faculty positions, 558 course sections, and took $1 million out of the library budget. The UNC Board of Governors is expected to vote on the final approval for the proposals in February.
Now it's time to hear what news comes from the big screen. Here's Chris Vickery with Critics on Campus.
Thanks, Janae. Welcome everyone to Critics on Campus, where we review the latest movies in the Wilmington area. I'm your host, Chris Vickery, alongside my co-host for the day, Casey Challender. Casey, this time around we're reviewing two movies as always, and they were The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which is a remake of a Swedish film, and War Horse, the newest film from Steven Spielberg. We'll go into The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo first. It's about a guy, a magazine writer, who's investigating a missing person for a very rich entrepreneur, and a very dark film to be sure. What were your opinions on this one?
Not my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen the original and I didn't think it really matched up. I didn't like it. I thought it was too wordy. They said things when they should have just showed them, honestly.
I think the movie definitely opened with a bang, and it was an exciting movie to watch. There were a lot of visceral thrills that had you on the edge of your seat, but that didn't carry the movie.
I agree. There were actually points where during the blizzard, there was a lot of the snowing because they're up in the north. I actually kind of just wanted to go to sleep and cuddle in my bed and wasn't interested at all. And other times I was riveted, but I think, it was lacking.
It didn't carry through the whole movie.
Right, exactly.
Out of 5 stars, what would you give this one?
Probably about a 3, because it was so beautiful. It was really well acted. Design was beautiful. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with a 3 as well. There were exciting things in the movie that to partake in. It's a movie that it's an experience to go see it, not something that's going to stick with you or worth seeing again. But the second movie was War Horse from Steven Spielberg, and it just screams Oscar Grubber. It's about a horse, essentially. A boy raises the horse, and it goes to war, and kind of, you know, it's a meandering story. What were your opinions on this one?
The only thing that could have made it more cliche was if the horse was talking. I think there were a lot of good moments, but I couldn't connect with the characters. It was a little outrageous at points, and it just didn't flow well. I thought there was some scene or some vignettes that I wanted to carry with a lot more. I wanted to, like the German brothers, for instance. I loved them. I wanted to see more of them. I wanted them to make it a little longer. But spoiler, they didn't.
Yeah. You know, I thought the movie going into it was not going to blatantly be about the horse. Right. I definitely thought it would be a boy and his horse kind of thing. Which I'm not sure if that would have made it better or worse as far as cliches are concerned, but I think it definitely would have made it a more coherent telling. Because it's very episodic, and you just kind of get lost. It's a 2.5 hour long movie. There were many times where I wanted to go to sleep, and it didn't leave any lasting impact on me.
I agree. It felt like Steven Spielberg trying to make an epic film instead of just making an epic film. He tried to cater to audiences that he did reach a lot of people. My mom loves horses. She had horses as a child, and so we went to go see it. But she doesn't like movies, so she didn't really like this one either.
Yeah.
So,
out of 5 stars, what would you give this one?
I'm gonna have to say a 2.5 because, in comparison, I was definitely more riveted by Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. But the scene with the running and all the camera angles, they were nice in War Horse, but not enough for it to be a winner.
Another beautiful looking movie. I would have to give it a 2 as well because it just didn't hold me. But that's all we have for you this time. This segment was brought to you by Carmike Cinemas. Stay tuned next time for more reviews of the latest movies coming to the big screen. Once again, I'm your host, Chris Vickery, alongside Casey Challender. See you next time.
The new year brings UNC Wilmington one more thing to be proud of. Once again, UNCW is ranked one of the best values among public universities in the nation, according to Kiplinger's 2012 Best Value Rankings. This year, UNCW jumped 12 spots on the list, ranking in as number 15 in the nation and number 2 in the state, just behind UNC Chapel Hill. Each year, Kiplinger assesses universities on their quality and affordability for students. However, extra emphasis was placed on academic value this year. Congratulations, UNCW.
The Spring Activities Fair was held on January 12th in the Warwick Center Ballroom. It was held for new transfer students and returning students looking to get more involved in the campus community. The Spring Activities Fair was partnered with the UNC Welcome Back Carnival. Since the Spring Activities Fair is a small version of the Fall Involvement Carnival, registration was capped at 50 student organizations. These spots quickly filled, and another 20 were on the waiting list. Participating students were able to check out these organizations in addition to various UNCW departments. Teal TV spoke with Stacy Basin, the Assistant Director of Campus Activities, who told us the theme was geared towards the new year. It was called New Year's Resolution, Get Involved. The fair provided more of a party feel, allowing more of the student organizations to market themselves and encourage students to get involved in the new year. Let me be the first to introduce you to our new segment, the Weekend and Weather Update. Here's our reporter, Laurel Servicki, with more.
Hello, Seahawk Nation. This is your weekend weather and activities update for Friday, January 13th through Monday, January 16th. Starting off the weekend on Friday, you can expect sunny skies and a high around 60 degrees. Friday evening will then cool off to a low of 35. Heading into Saturday, you will see temperatures reach the upper 50s and a high of 57 with cloudy skies. Saturday night will cool off with a low of 30, so be sure to bundle up if you plan to go outside. A colder Sunday is in store with abundant sunshine and a high reaching 53 degrees. Sunday night temperatures will lower to 30 degrees and then reach an upper 50 into Monday with a high of 54 degrees. If you're enjoying your day off from Martin Luther King, be sure to grab a light jacket on your way out on Monday as it may be a little windy. Monday night will lower to the mid-30s, reaching a low of 34 degrees. Now let's take a look at the events taking place this weekend in and around campus. On Saturday, the swim and dive team are competing against the College of Charleston at the Seahawk Natatorium at 2 p.m. Also this Saturday, the men's basketball team will be playing against Drexel at 7 p.m. On Sunday, the women's basketball team will be playing against George Mason in the Trask Coliseum at 2 o'clock. If you're looking to stay indoors and cozy up to a good movie, be sure to tune in to the Ace Blockbuster series showing the movies Drive and The Ides of March this weekend at the Fisher Student Center. For additional information on the weekend and weather updates, be sure to check out theweatherchannel.com and the UNCW campus calendar for more events taking place around town. Janae and Jill, back to you.
Well, Seahawks, that's all for this episode of Seahawk Central News. Remember, you can keep up with Seahawk Central News 24/7 by stopping by tealtv.org. Until next time, I'm Janae Randall.
And I'm Jill Capodanno, wishing all our fellow Seahawks good luck with the new semester.